So the tiling's finished.
It literally looks gorgeous.
It's good, doesn't it? There's still more work to do, but we need to get this on there.
Yeah.
Which is going to be hard. We need to test it all fits and everything's accessible, because this is a bit close and stuff, and where the flute's going to go, so it needs to go on there.
Yeah.
Hopefully it can stay on there and we can work around it.
Are you being serious? What, we actually might have to take it back off to put it back on again? Oh, okay.
So I want to finish everything up and then put the burner on and go, oh, we can't lift that up because, you know, so
oh, right, yeah.
Now that everything's in the right place.
Okay.
Let's see.
Right, let's do this.
Just sort of in a bit. To me a little bit, just to square it up. Right, lay it on the floor.
Put it underneath. Do not get my fingers. I don't know. Come on. Yes! Right, now should we see if we can shimmy it? Hang on. No, that way, one like mil. That's it. Then line them with these tiles, it is. Oh, isn't that fantastic?
Good.
It's literally
huge though, isn't it, in that space?
It's just outrageous, isn't it?
I don't think, you can't really see on the camera how huge it looks.
Hello, you cool cats and kittens. It's Carol Baskin here.
Well, actually get to do a bit of gardening now.
I know, right?
Well, we're not rushing, but it's a really good time to plant right now because just coming into autumn, it gives the plants time to establish. Plus it's now raining, so they're watered in really well.
And the ground's getting a bit softer as well, isn't it?
So, my vision is... So we've got, obviously, the compost, 2 hydrangeas, a load of box. The idea is that either side of this big door, where there's a space of about 2 meters, we're going to do what they call like a parterre style garden.
Yeah.
So parterre is obviously a French concept, and it's basically where you create geometric shapes with like box or hedge or something like that.
Yeah.
And then within them you plant, so the box acts as the raised bed hard edge and you plant within.
Oh, that's a really clever idea.
So it's a really easy way of adding structure without sort of putting a wood edge, which, you know, is more natural and long lasting.
Yeah.
So the idea is, I'm not sure what shape, but that we'll have a hydrangea here in the middle, against a wall, and then a wall of low box hedge, something like that, all the way around.
Is that easy to maintain, keeping it low? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So like the hydrangea is going to
yes,
become the focal point.
This side of the barn is really shady, so hydrangeas love shade, box, you know, can tolerate shade as well.
Excellent.
There's not much nutrition in the ground, obviously we're going to add some with the compost, but box is really tolerant, it doesn't need much, you know, so once it's planted and established it barely needs anything. Hydrangeas use ericaceous soil, which we've got some there, so that's acidic. We'll plant the hydrangea in some acidic soil just to get it started.
Yep.
And then after that, we'll just feed it.
And how do you do that?
With special hydrangea feed.
Oh, okay. And can you just put that on the top of the...
Yeah, so we'll just water that specific hydrangea and hopefully then that'll be fine.
Do you like the flowers, Jack?
No.
Do they smell nice?
So we chose this type of hydrangea, which is a panicule. I don't know what the English, I think panicule is the English. So it's the one which, instead of the typical big round bush ball with big round flower heads, it's the one that's more upright with longer flower heads. So I didn't want it to just encase all the box, I want it to kind of stick over the box a little bit.
Yeah.
So hopefully this will be a bit more ornamental than the sort of normal types.
It looks beautiful, like already.
These box plants, I got 12 just because that's all we could afford really. Probably they don't need to grow much, I don't think.
No.
Well, maybe another 6 inches, so they'll be not too bad. We don't want the hedge too high.
No.
So normally with box, I think they recommend about every 20 centimetres or every 25 from the heart to the heart.
Okay.
And then that creates a hedge. So if we just want quite a thin hedge, we'll just put one row, all in a row every 20 centimetres. If you want a fuller, thicker hedge, you'll stagger them like that.
Ah.
If you see.
What would you say the gap between them are?
Well, it's still 20 centimetres between pot to pot.
Let me just get a... Yep.
But obviously you're staggering them so it'll create a thicker looking hedge, because that'll bush out, it'll bush out that way, it'll bush out that way. So, you know, the hedge is maybe going to be 50 centimetres wide, but it'll look really full.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas if you just put them in a line, they will still grow and they'll touch each other, but it can leave little triangles at the bottom just looking a bit thinner. So
where they're a bit sparse.
I think for what we want, a nice thin slender sort of border would be better.
Yeah.
Plus obviously it's cheaper because we've got to buy
a lot more, exactly.
So I'm hoping 12 will pretty much do it. I mean, we might have to buy a few more, but I can take cuttings off of these.
Yeah.
And obviously they're only going to be small, but they'll do for just the filling out.
The triangle pieces that could be missing. Do you know what? The colour contrast between the box and the gravel looks really, really pretty.
Yeah. I mean, it creates quite a formal look, but I think it's nice to have a bit of structure, you know.
Yeah.
Guys, I always, unless obviously we've got some made, which we haven't got our compost area set up yet, I always just buy the cheapest compost and then I just spruce it up myself. So I've just got some horse manure here. Sometimes we use our own chicken manure if we've cleaned out the chickens.
Yeah. And
I just mix it up myself depending on what you're planting. So, I mean, box doesn't really need much in the way of nutrition. So just a little bit of manure just to get it started and keep the moisture into the soil.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're planting other things, you could enrich it even more. You know, like strawberries are very humus based and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
And then some ericaceous compost, and that's for planting the hydrangeas. So we'll just dig a hole for the hydrangeas, probably double, fill it all with that compost, and then that'll last a good year to get it bedded in.
To keep it fit, yeah, to give it a good feed.
You can just use a top dressing on top to keep it ericaceous, but
is that like the nutrients kind of gets rained in?
If you're going to do a top dressing, you need to do it all the time, because by the time the nutrients sink all the way to the ground to the roots, they're really diluted. So it's better to have either dig it in if you can, or like a liquid feed which soaks into the soil.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I've severely underestimated how many we need.
Yeah. Are we even going to have enough for one side?
Well, I mean, we can make this semicircle a bit smaller. I mean, the hydrangea.
Will that get...
It will get quite big.
Oh, okay.
We can trim it down, but probably it's going to be about 1 metre wide.
Okay.
So you've got to sort of think where the hydrangea is, 1 metre plus a bit of space, and then the hedge really.
Oh, I'll hold that, yep.
Cool.
Thank you.
Take that one.
Take that one.
Look, they're all falling down as in you were putting them there. Put that there. Yeah. Wow, good boy. And last one.
Oopsie. Oh, you're a good boy. Okay, so we can get one side done today. No, it's gonna. I really can envision it. It's gonna
yeah,
look.
I kind of think it's. I know it means buying more, but I think it'd be nice to be bigger because the barn's so big. I think you'd lose it.
Yeah.
If it was a tiny little bed, I think you'd lose it.
I really like it, actually.
I
I know it's hard to see, actually what it's going to be ultimately, but...
That, or we make it... I was either thinking this shape, or we make it a square, like a rectangle.
Oh. Oh, now... Don't give me too many options.
Something like that. I mean, that is more compact, isn't it? I mean, it takes up less space on the drive, but
What's the hydrangea going to be like? Is that going to have enough space?
well, that's the only thing is maybe here the hydrangea might be over. Yeah, I mean, there won't be as clear separation between the hedge and the hydrangea, but obviously it's a type that will come over a bit more rather than filling the hedge. So, I think I prefer the semicircle actually.
Yeah, I do. What do you think, Jack?
Blue.
Yeah, okay.
That's blue, yeah, that's what you think.
Yeah, definitely the semicircle. It's quite handy having Jack as a little helper, isn't it?
Yeah, put it over there then. You're such a good helper.
I'm so impressed he's actually getting it in. You're so good, Jack. I got distracted then, the chicken's jumping over the pots. You got your second little helper coming.
When are you going to learn to lift a spade, Thomas? Huh? Yeah. You get a little yellow spade. Yeah. One sec, Jack.
Mommy.
You got your spade.
Hang on, Jack. Can I borrow your little spade?
Jack, you're so clever.
Get your hands dirty.
Is Jack inspecting the hole?
Yeah. Can you put some of this in that hole?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Papa.
So have you just been soaking it in water?
Yeah, just let it soak a little bit. You've got to tease the bottom roots out,
Yeah.
so it knows it's out of a pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Come to see what's going on.
Voila.
Oh, voila. Right, put the rest into it. That's kind of the problem when we do anything like this. Half of it is planting it, but half of it is stopping it getting destroyed by chickens and
Dogs.
dogs weeing on them. And
That's our biggest issue, isn't it?
yeah,
Like, you can't have a garden and chickens. But we're going to try for the millionth time.
Mommy. Mama. Ooh. Yum. Voila.
What are you doing, Jack?
Oh, can I?
You're putting stones in the watering can. Okay. And Thomas is throwing dog toys.
well, what were we thinking of that?
Yeah, I love it.
Before I bed them all in properly.
Just pop out. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
I really like that.
I think once that grows and fills it, I think it'll look good, won't it?
So do you really think that's going to fill all that space?
What, this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Me
Oh,
probably be about that wide,
too. Me too.
probably that tall.
really? Oh, it's going to
Take
look...
a while, it'll take a couple of years from now, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think it's going to look magnificent. Busby.
Oh.
Right.
And some more horse poop. That looks... It looks so rich.
Well, it is, yeah.
That's horse poo. Oh, there we go. The chickens are already coming to inspect the work. They just can't help themselves. Uh-oh.
Good. These are good watering. It's raining all week anyway, so don't need to go too crazy.
It literally looks so pretty, doesn't it?
I like it, yeah.
I'm so glad we went for the
Curved shape,
curved shape. I really think it
Well,
looks...
hopefully by next year these will have filled out,
Yeah.
and we can start sort of cutting it into a nice, neat head shape.
So what kind of length are we thinking? Like knee height or...
Maybe a bit lower, I'm not sure. We'll have to just see how it
like
works
super
out.
Tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
It literally looks amazing. It looks far too neat for our garden.
It does, doesn't it? Well, obviously we're going to have another one this side as well.
Yeah.
So it'll mirror, so hopefully it'll create a nice bit of structure.
It's going to look so nice, you know, like coming like down the driveway, where the gravel is, it like funnels out either side. And then we're going to have two nice, you know, two nice big flower beds either side.
Yeah.
And I just think from the gates coming down, it's just going to set off.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Right. Let's get this fire in and on.
Yeah,
We've got these sections, which is enough to get all the way up the chimney and out the top. And we know that because we needed 7 sections with the log burner, so.
And they're the same length, aren't they?
These just basically slot in together.
That
like
looks far too simple.
Well, the only strange thing about these ones for the pellet burner is that inside they've got a rubber seal.
What's that
which
for?
makes it extra airtight. I've not really looked why that is, but I assume these don't get as hot either, because on the log burner obviously these are road hot.
Yeah.
So it must be, it needs a good seal all the way up, or, you know, to make
Could
it
it
more
help
efficient.
for the drawer, I suppose? Like
It
the
does
drawer
help a
of
bit
air?
with the drawer, yeah, but we probably should read some sort of instruction manual, but nah.
That's not how we roll.
The idea, hopefully, it's as easy as how we did the last one, and just section by section I'll put it up, connect the next one up, connect the next one, and it'll just come out of the top.
Do we need to pin it against the chimney? Like up?
No, we shouldn't need to. Obviously it rests on the back.
Yeah.
And at the very top, I'll just take the weight.
Yeah.
You know, the top of the chimney will hold the weight of it, basically. Just start putting them up, I guess.
Oh, this is so exciting.
And the thing is, a lot of stuff's going to fall out, because obviously they'll be scraping against the inside of the chimney.
Yeah.
Which we haven't put soot up there, but it's, you know, 100 years worth of open fires, isn't it?
It's not going to damage the tiles, is it?
No, well, I'll just make them a bit dirty, but...
There is not... Should we try and maybe shimmy it over a little bit? Or would that not help?
The burner?
Yeah. Really, oh my god, there's so much muck coming down. So difficult to like film so you can see what's going on.
Right, for this last bit, I'm going to have to go up on the roof.
Right.
And you'll have to push it up just to direct it, because obviously the chimney goes up to a little point.
Yeah.
I just need to direct it out of the hole.
Both need to get our guns out.
It's not heavy, really.
Okay. It's just really awkward to get to.
Yeah, just to get this last bit on.
Let's do this. I feel like this is a momentous moment right now.
Yeah, I'm literally so excited to get this on. And it's freezing lately as well.
Does it remind you of chicken food?
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, it fits a whole bag. Well, and probably half.
And a bit more, yeah.
So just switch it on and see what happens.
Go. see, hang on. Oh, it's saying that our house is currently 20 degrees.
Right.
And it's Friday, but the time is wrong. What did you press?
Just on.
Okay.
What's it saying? Igniting.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is like better than TV right now.
Yeah, Daddy.
I think it's coming on, I don't know. We've got this posh little remote.
Yeah.
Thomas, come away.
Oh, what's going on? What's going on?
Look! Pellets coming out. Can you
Oh my
see?
god, this is so exciting. This is like better than TV right now.
Oh.
Look, it comes in.
It's exciting as well because even though we really wanted one, we've never seen one working, have we?
No.
So,
Wow. Come in.
so it's sort of slowly feeding them in. Oh!
Oh my god, this is
One's
literally...
about to light.
Oh, I saw a spark. Oh, I can see sparks.
It's very hot.
Very hot, yeah.
Very hot.
We can't touch, can we?
Yeah.
Don't touch this.
This is such a monumentous moment. It's just such a nice effect, isn't it? Being able to see the flames.
Yeah, it gives you the effect of the log burner still, but I assume the flames are going to get bigger than that.
I think so.
Huh. Wow, that's really blowing out.
I can feel it from stood here.
And then, like this, have a play. Up. Oh,
What is that, like fan speed up?
that's on the highest blower. Oh, it's really blowing out now.
I can feel it stood here.
Well, what's the normal room temperature?
I don't know, about 22, I would say, like a comfortable room temperature.
Flame, isn't it?
That is so vicious.
Yeah, we put the fire grate up for you though. Very hot, isn't it? That's sweltering. Oh, I'm so chuffed with that.
Oh,
For
it
you.
literally is absolutely
I'm
amazing.
How easy it was. It was literally just plug in pellets on and press on. And it's just done it all
I
itself.
know. I was like, oh, what did you do? And you were like, on.
We have got a really big thick manual that came.
I know, it came in the post, didn't it? Because there was no instructions with
But
it.
obviously it's all in French, so I'll just spend a bit of time. Obviously it's easy enough to switch on and off, but there's probably other settings which are automatic and,
Yeah.
you know, I don't
Because
know.
at the moment, we probably don't need it to go on all night or
No.
keep it on thermostat. Or
Yeah, I think so, yeah. We're going to be warm, boys.
this is going to be the best
We're
winter
gonna be
ever.
warm for Christmas. Good, isn't it? Yeah, it's very hot, okay, I know. Right.